Put your red shirt on and a brown coat too. Everybody's joining the crew. We got just one ring, let we rule them all. Hope people remember your towel. Get your Ulu feathers and your Middle guns. A sonic screwdriver or a sword plus one. Use Valerian steel if it will get you to come. To the pit, tank. To the pit, tank. The Rocky Mountain pit, tank.
Hi, I'm Guy,
Hi, I'm Troy.
Hi, I'm Alex.
and this is Geek Tank.
You always mess up the order when you show up late, Guy.
I know.
It's podcasts.
That's the name of this podcast.
Hey there, Brent. Welcome to the shit show. No, just kidding. Yeah, Alex and I came up with talking about Assassin's Creed like 10 seconds ago.
That's cool.
Old Assassin's Creed.
Uh-huh.
Because
As opposed to the new Assassin's Creed, which is not as cool.
Which, well, I mean, I don't know. The
Like,
new one
really
drops
like
in
one.
like 2-3 days.
I'm way behind on the ones I've played.
Sounds good to me.
Wow, barf.
That's right. Time to puke. Nah, I'm going back over here.
I feel like I'm in an episode of The Bourne Supremacy. Their camera work that they do.
Right?
Ramsey Cam.
Back in my day, we called it Assassin's Creed 2, and we liked it.
Yeah, we're talking about this stuff. I think the next one that Troy and I are planning on playing is Black Flag.
Oh. Crazy thing about that one is I got it a few years after it came out on Black Friday sale for like something like $10 or $15. Never opened it, so it's still in the shrink wrap.
Right?
It's one of those. It's like I'm going to get around to playing this someday. Nope.
I mean, I can probably suss out what Black Flag means, but what's Black Flag?
Oh, it's pirates. It's Assassin's Creed Pirates.
I got that part.
It's killing
Hence
bugs.
Black Flag.
We haven't played it yet. We don't know.
Oh, okay.
Bug spray. And the band.
Fair.
Right.
Punk
Yeah,
rock
no,
band
so,
from 1976.
Yeah, I like the first Assassin's Creed. I thought the trailer was really cool. I liked it. Played it a few times, a few different play styles. And then but yeah, Assassin's Creed 2 is amazing. And then 3 what is it? 2, then Brotherhood and Revelation. That's right. That's the Ezio series, mini series. Or at least on the main line, because there's at least one portable game that seemed okay. I played a little bit of it. It was on like the Game Boy Advance or something, or the DS. The DS. But the the gameplay elements they did to make to improve on the engine between 1 and 2 was really good. And I do recommend that people who like that kind of game play the first one, play Assassin's Creed 2.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe Brotherhood, because Brotherhood's really cool too. And then if you're going to play Revelations, don't do all the side stuff. Just do the thing. Was it on PSP? I know that there was a stripped down Assassin's Creed 1 sequel on the PSP, but I may not be remembering correctly. But which was still cool, playing as Altair ibn al-Lahad. And one thing I liked about the story of the first one is that you start off as jerk-ass kung fu guy. And as the game progresses, you eat enough crow that you gain some wisdom. But then in the Assassin's Creed 2, you actually start off playing as a teenager, and they let you like spend a good, I don't know, solid hour or so that they put out that you get to know him and get to know his world and his family and stuff before they pull the rug out from under you. Now, okay, so you're saying the China one for PSP, is that the one where like Ezio trains the assassin? Because those are all side scrollers as well, but I didn't like the one I played for like the what's it called, the like the DS was like much more of a it was almost like a just sort of flow game, except for that you had to stop once in a while and hide in a
Yeah, what
bunch of hate,
Wikipedia
kill
is telling
someone.
me is it was Assassin's Creed Bloodlines was the name of the PSP one.
Yeah, that's the sequel to the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know which ones you're talking about, Brent. Yeah, because there's one in China, one in India, and one in Russia.
Oh yeah, looks like they did that for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Windows, and PlayStation Vita.
Vita.
Vitamin,
Vita.
Velveeta.
hmm
But yeah, let's see. Okay, did Assassin's Creed 1, 2, 3. Did I play Revelations?
Revelations is the third Ezio one that takes place in Constantinople.
I don't remember if I played that one or not.
Yeah, the most
Istanbul.
recent. Yeah, not. Yeah. Now the most recent
Nobody's
game I
business.
played of Assassin's Creed was Liberty, which was another stripped down Assassin's Creed game that was out for Vita.
Is that the one where you get to play a female assassin?
Yes.
Nice.
And they definitely didn't have the budget to really, and maybe just not the processing power to do a lot with it. But I still think they could have done more with the female assassin, because like the shtick in that game was that she's mulatto and she could change costumes that would have different, like basically have different move sets and different abilities. Like if you were playing the kind of like lady of high society, you couldn't free run, and you had like a knife and like your umbrella, which had like a hidden gun in it, or something like that, or blow darts or something. But you could go into places that like you couldn't go in other disguises. And then the other had a disguise that was a slave disguise, where you only had access to light armaments but had full free running capability. And then there was the assassin disguise, which gave you full free run, full combat capabilities, and always started off like 25% notorious. But like I said, it was pretty cool. I think they could have done more with it. There's only a few times where usually it was like, you must use this one to get in here, and it's pretty obvious, as opposed to making it more of a little bit more sandboxy of like designing multiple avenues to achieve your objective, and that you could pick if changing disguises midway through and all that. Top of the worst of the Assassin's Creed is the one based on the U.S. Revolution. I didn't even finish playing that one. I found that coming off of playing as Ezio, who's a very strong character, like, and I'm not just talking about like, oh, he's so powerful, but like he's very realized as a character, and his foibles and his triumphs, and living as through that was really cool. And then you play as Connor, and he's kind of bland. No, kind of about it's really bland. And then like I ran into a part where it's like, I know it's just like lazy programming, but it really smacked of racism. The mission: defeat these what are they called, tax collectors. I'm like, cool, okay, well there's some red coats around here, and I played it for longer than that, but yeah, there's some red coats around here, so I'm going to wait till they go down the street. I'm going to start attacking these tax collectors in full view of these revolutionaries, and they're going to totally help me kill these tax collectors, because that's
The
what we're kind
revolutionaries.
of here for. And instead, the revolutionaries are like, get him, helping tax collectors beat on me and kill me. I'm like, I get it. I understand intellectually that it's just reskinned guards. They're just not red coats now. Okay. But still, it's like, man, I don't need to deal with this bullshit.
So
Uninstall.
Conan O'Brien has this video series called Clueless Gamer, and I'd seen one where he was playing Assassin's Creed Origins, and in the middle of playing it, he stumbled across some kind of weird glitch that made him flap his arms like he was a bird, and just running
Nice.
around like that is just, of course, being Conan O'Brien and a comedian, that's what he did half of the game instead of playing the game itself. So
Hilarity.
Yeah,
Cool.
Assassin's Creed 1 came out 2007. Let's see. Got for the platform 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then there's a bunch of spin-offs. So it'd be nice if they, I doubt they will, because they haven't done this as far as I know in any of the Assassin's Creed games, but just to give you a free character creation option. So Something I didn't know when I was looking on here is that it was, let me scroll back up here. First Assassin's Creed game originated out of the ideas for a sequel to Prince of Persia.
Prince of Persia. Yep.
And they just wanted to do more with the free roaming world and decided to go a different route than making him a prince. So
Yeah, and the Prince of Persia games are. I played all that line. I played all 3 of those games that came out before Assassin's Creed. And they're very enjoyable, but they're very much about. They're just 3-dimensional puzzlers,
Hmm.
puzzle platformers, wherein they have very tight design for you to try to navigate and get through it, whereas opposed to the Assassin's Creed games are, except for certain areas, are all about free running and exploration. But you will go into places in Assassin's Creed and be like, okay, you must get to the thing and do the thing. It's like, okay, well, now here's a little puzzle area. But
I'm guessing since there's no female characters, you haven't played any of the Assassin's Creeds, Guy.
Sexist.
No, I mean, there's one that they allowed you to do that in, but I mean, by the time we got to that point where it kind of passed my Bechtel test, I was overwhelmed. So there's just too many games.
That's not what the Bechtel test is.
My own personal Bechdel test.
The Guy Davis test.
The Guy Davis Bechdel test.
Yeah. Quit saying Bechdel test. It doesn't mean what you think it means.
It totally means what I think it means. I'm misusing it intentionally.
Yay.
Well, for the benefit of the fact that, I don't know, every time we do the thing where it's like, and Guy won't play it because there's no cute girls in it. I'm like, wait, what?
Oh, nobody said cute girls.
I know, but like
you made that up.
Somewhere along the line, that kind of gets like that feeling, and I'm like, it's actually more like a Bechdel test. It's like the whole point being that a lot of games out there, just always the big guys you can play, and that's it. And so,
to me, it's kind of like it translates into also like I won't read a story unless if there's a female protagonist, because it's basically an interactive story, and most of them are male dominated, just like books, just like movies. Video games are mostly male dominated protagonists.
It's an interesting thing you would say that, because I do prefer to read books that have a female protagonist, but I'm not exclusive to that.
But I mean, I get it, because for the longest time, Hong Kong films were the only film you could find any females that would fight.
Right.
Almost any females. There occasionally you would have other movies, but it was rare, especially back in the 80s, that you had the female protagonist kicking everybody's butt. And definitely gone a long way from that now that we have like stuff like what's it called, Old Guard on Netflix with Charlize Theron, I think it is. The Old Guard. Yeah, it's The Old Guard. So Charlize Theron. Just butcher her name all over the place.
Yeah.
But yeah. It's like I'll ever run into her. She's like, you messed my name up.
She's gonna hunt you down and beat you up.
People pay for that.
She's gonna do it in a non-sexy way.
Damn, is that possible? So yeah, Assassin's Creed. The closest they came and was the one where they had all the little mini games where you ran. Was that Unity? I think, where you could you send other assassins out on missions.
Well, I don't know how much Unity does with that, but I thought that Unity was one of the first ones to do co-op.
Maybe it was.
It was co-op, and they had, there was a big thing in it that there's a big controversy about it because they wouldn't have female assassins for it, and people were like, "What the hell?" And then I also saw like pictures even at Nandescon that year. I think there were like women in like t-shirts that said "too hard to render" on their chests.
Yes. Well, that was the big thing. I think they said they dumped it because it was too difficult to render them or whatever.
Yeah. And so like the ones that I can think of that have females, this is an old book, but there is an Assassin's Creed book right there, art book, and so it has Liberty has a female protagonist, and so does Syndicate. Assassin's Creed Syndicate has a brother and sister team, and they do different missions and such. And that's during the
I think it was
Industrial Revolution in England, I think.
Revelations, because I believe it's the same one with the tower defense gameplay, where you basically are the head of all the assassins.
Yeah.
And that's that you can actually modify and upgrade and level up your team of assassins, and in that one you can designate, like, I guess, assassin captains, if I remember correctly. So you could actually have female assassins designated as your captains of your teams, but they weren't playable.
Yeah, that also was that was a branching off of what was done in Brotherhood.
Okay.
Like you could have you would send people on missions, and you could also train up assassins and stuff, and then they expanded it to the also include the tower defense, like you're holding territory in Constantinople, and we still send them off on missions and such. And yeah, they seem to, I don't know how well they do it anymore. It might just be like, oh, like we're just doing kind of the same open world thing where there's like bandit camps and go do the bandit camp thing. But for a while there, Assassin's Creed was still kind of trying to do like some new stuff. Some tower defense in your action platformer, some send stuff away, some hey, you know what? It's gonna be Assassin's Creed, but now we're gonna have like ship combat and like trading routes and shit. And that's another thing that I thought was interesting too. And I was playing Liberty, is that you make a ton of money and do a lot of resources by like, I'm gonna have these trading ships going around and doing stuff all over these routes and everything. And it's like, and you can, I mean, it's like, yes, you can totally get cotton from this one port and take it to another port for more profit, or tobacco. And it's like, let's never talk about slavery, about how this is all done by slaves. It's like,
Yeah, it's like you missed an opportunity for some fun side quests.
Like they do have some stuff like, totally free some slaves and stuff, but it's sort of like, I will free these slaves, but these slaves in this city over on this other continent, fuck them. But
that's probably one of my favorite parts of Red Dead Redemption 2 was when you stumble across the clan and it's like, you can do whatever you want to them. I've got some rope and I've got some dynamite. We know where this is going.
Nice. Yeah, no, it was, so that's like the big geeky news thing that I saw that I thought was interesting was the new game coming out, which is not a prequel to Valhalla, but the main character is a character that's in Valhalla, but it's their kind of coming of age story, so it takes place several decades before. So I'm like, oh, it could be cool. I'll get around to it eventually. Oh, and the Borderlands franchise just hit its anniversary too. That's another thing that so there's a whole bunch of like easy to get shift key codes for our audience of Brent at this point. If you're into Borderlands or any of the Borderlands original game remake or any of the others, they have new shift key codes, which especially the older ones haven't had new shift key codes in a couple of years. So I definitely cash those in because I love Borderlands and Borderlands 2, etc.
Yeah, you had a whole group of people playing.
Guy was
in on that.
Guy wasn't on that for a while.
I did. I think that was the only time I finished a game all the way through. I mean, legitimately, it's because nowadays I tend to play games that are eternal. For example, City Skylines, or there's no real end game to them per se. But back in the day, I just got bored of them after a while. I really enjoyed playing Borderlands with you guys.
It was a lot of fun.
It was fun. But I did get a lot more out of the being with you guys than I did than the game specifically. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't mean I didn't get anything out of the game. I just enjoyed being with you guys.
Aw.
Which was a markedly better thing.
It's fun. It's fun playing games with friends. Co-op good.
Co-op good.
I was just looking up games that like recommended for female-led characters, and Half-Life Alyx is ALYX is a female-led character.
Yeah, Alyx is one of the characters in Half-Life 3. And so you play a game with her as the main character. Mm-hmm.
Some of these, it's like, I don't think the female character is the main character. I think it's just like, it has listed Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but I haven't played that. Oh, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is one of the few games in the franchise that lets you choose to play as a woman for the entirety of the game. Well, there you go. Cassandra is easily the most popular option too.
Okay.
While you could choose between her and Alexios, it seems like most players strongly prefer Cassandra. No, I didn't even know that.
Cool. I wonder why that is. My guess is that it's due to the voice talent. For like Mass Effect, FemShep is considered the superior experience simply because the voice actor who voices her is one of the top in the business.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a suspicion.
But I haven't played all the Assassin's Creed, so I did not know they even had that as an option. But they do.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. Cool.
Of course, Super
And then,
Metroid's on here.
Right. And then there's but I mean, of course, there's Horizon Zero Dawn. So that's a really good game. I haven't played the sequel.
Horizon Zero Dawn's one that I consider
playing. Yeah, it's cool. It's got a good story, and yeah. There's only a couple places I thought it was like lacking, or like that, like odd design decisions like that. There's different challenges, and like one of them was like the challenge of stealth, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to be stealthy. He's like, no, you must rush through as quickly as possible and memorize enemy layouts and movements so you can sit there and destroy all the enemies in like 45 seconds. And I'm like, that is not stealthy. It's like, Oh well.
Yeah. The way to be stealthy is to let your entire party go in front of you, apparently, from what we learned from the last role-playing game.
Oh, right.
You're the rogue. You should be up front.
All right, I'm going in last. I'm like, that is not happening. Just
There's
not happening.
Unwritten contract in every party that the rogue goes first.
Yeah. But yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah. Only I don't remember exactly when, but coming up soon, Loki season 2's coming out.
I heard about that.
I don't know if either of you've watched season 1 or not.
I have not.
I
but
have seen
some kind of
season 1
promo thing.
So it's fun. Pull it up here and see if it'll tell me when it's coming out.
Yeah, I did. Like I said, I heard that there was some kind of like promo special going on with it, or something going on.
I don't know. October 5th is when it comes out. Let me back up and see.
Direct competition with the new Assassin's Creed game. Dun dun dun.
Promo with Loki, or because October 5th, yeah.
Yeah, no. There's supposed to be some kind of like I said, like I thought I saw something about some kind of promo thing, which I was thinking of, like, was odd because I'm like, it's streaming. They're not gonna like have the television like spit out like a special figurine or something. Like,
it's Disney.
Okay. I didn't say that they wouldn't make one. I'm saying that the TV don't have a 3D printer attached to it to just do it. So you watched Loki, guys. So what'd you think?
It wasn't bad. I mean, I liked it and I enjoyed it. Is it Middleton? Middleton.
Yep.
He's got good comedic timing, which is great because he's put into really serious sequences where all it takes is a look to make it humorous and twisted. And so I really enjoyed that aspect of it quite a bit. The problem that I've got with it is just that I can't remember the main plot threads very much at all. There was so much going on in so many different directions that I'm not 100% sure what all really happened in it and stuff like that. But I loved and enjoyed the performance and will watch again. So
well, that's why they always have the recaps at the beginning of every episode.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
it wasn't like it was so dull that it was forgettable. It was just like there's just...
Oh yeah. No. It was just too confusing. That was for me. And often one of the fights that I routinely have with my brain is staying focused on one or two threads enough to follow it all the way through. Instead, I just keep going, whoa, that's a cool thread. Oh, that's a neat thread too. And here we are over here. And boy, this set design was gorgeous. And so that's also a problem. There's a lot of threads. I tend to get just a little bit off track on that one. So there you go. That was my theory.
As yeah, it's in short, it plays a lot with the whole multiverse universe thing that
Mhm.
many of them, and the main premise behind it is an agency that's trying to go back through and connect and fix all of the problems that people are making by going to different universes and messing with time and such. So it's like Time Cop, but without Von Damme.
Right.
But I popped open some trivia here I thought was kind of funny is rather than read Marvel comics to prepare for his role, Owen Wilson just had Tom Hiddleston explain the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe to him.
Nice.
It's an interesting take. In the comics, each agent of the Time Variance Authority, which is the Time Cops, resembled Marvel Comics writer-editor Mark Grunwald. This was a joke, as Grunwald's job as editor was to maintain continuity across the Marvel Universe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That is one really interesting thing that I'm watching and enjoying. A lot of the larger franchises are working really hard to connect continuity. And it's not just Star Trek, which has always had a struggle with that and done that and all of those things. But I'm seeing it in Star Wars, for example, now with Ahsoka. There's a lot of, since Ahsoka takes place timeline wise, more in the episode 4, 5, 6 era and less in the after or in the pre. It's nice to see them dancing the knife's blade edge, so to speak, on keeping everything contiguous. So I kind of like that. And I've been noticing that also with Marvel. They've been working really hard to try to connect things together so that you saw a brief sequence of this, which was an episode of that. And they're all kind of connecting together and stuff. So in contrast to my earlier complaint about too many moving parts, yeah, I will now say that I kind of enjoy that. I think that's kind of nifty.
It can definitely be like a sweet spot.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's just too much. Sometimes it's not enough.
They actually
Gotta
did.
get it just right.
I'm going through the trivia, and one that I found that sounds fun is to promote the show, General Mills and Marvel announced that they would release 3,500 specially branded boxes of Lucky Charms cereal titled Loki Charms on the same day as the release. I looked up the picture. Yep, Loki Charms. It's a fun show, and it's if you like a little bit of the way that they're messing around with the alternate universes and the timelines, it's worth diving into. And they it ties a lot into a couple of the main movies too, like Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness and Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's might be fun to watch.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of the. Gosh, I don't think I've watched any of the non-Netflix MCU TV shows, and even then, I didn't watch all of them. So I'm way behind in MCU, but I kind of don't care.
Yeah, there's mixed feelings over Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I know some people just did not like it at all.
I liked it.
So.
Yeah, I know I'm an outlier amongst many nerddoms because I don't care for most of the Marvel movies. Just but it didn't hit for me.
Yeah, I actually liked Guardians of the Galaxy 3 just fine. It wasn't as emotional as I expected it to be, judging from some of our friends who had said, "Oh, you'll be crying by the end of it." I mean, it was emotional, but it wasn't crying emotional, you know? So I was like, well, it's okay.
The YouTube show pitch meeting hits a lot of the stuff that whenever I have a complaint with a movie, it seems like they mirror it in that. You're like, why did this happen? Oh, yes, plot armor. Oh, okay.
I mean,
Good
in a
old
way,
father.
we're not wrong. You know who? What else we also are missing?
I know what we're missing.
Your mom.
Mm-hmm. Your mom.
Yeah,
All the moms.
true on both counts.
You know, it don't work if the little mouse thing doesn't give me the little icon. There we go.
Right.
Because if it just it does a little circle and it's just spinning, can't really click on it then. Is it going to work? Is it going to work?
Sit here and stare.
There it goes.
So we're here to remind you that Geek Tank is sponsored by Kieran Games, Geekway Homes, and Your Mom. Also, Do Gooder Games is open, and they're doing gaming stuff. And then you should go there too. Do Gooder Games is up in the north part of town.
Are they now?
Looks pretty cool.
They would be.
Are
North
they
part of
do-goodering?
town.
Do
Or they-
Goodering.
Do guttering? How about we do that then?
Something like that.
So let's see here. We need to, and we, as I mean you and I, Guy, if you haven't already done this, need to send in our media request for that new convention.
I have not done this.
Ooh.
Because the media team from NDK had said you guys need to do this. So
Right.
is Decepticon? No.
No, Galacticon.
There we go. GalactusCon. No, that's not it.
Nope, just Galactic.
Yeah, I got it. GalacticonDenver.com.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Star Trek dude.
Yep, we got Todd Stashwick. I kind of want to interview him. What I really want to do is convince him that when we start the cameras rolling, that he goes, we say, Mr. Stashwick, can we interview you? And I want him to go, I love you guys. I really, really do. Request denied. If I can get him to do that, it's going to be so cool. Oh, man.
I haven't seen the episodes, so I don't get it.
No. But just need that one moment, and I'll be geeky forever. It'd be awesome.
See what other stuff's going on there. So Galacticon is November 24th or 26th at the Denver Marriott Tech Center. I believe it's the attempt to replace Starfest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is, but not necessarily with all of the members from Starfest. So
no, but it's trying to be that sci-fi convention gap filler.
Oh, cool.
Which I know a lot of people really were attached to Starfest and were upset that Starfest wasn't looking at selling for anyone. So this may be the thing that they want. Fill that need. Not being so much into conventions, it's as just a con goer. But I'll play their board games.
Right? I mean, we're not opposed.
Okay.
Cool.
So, trying to think of any other geeky stuff going on. I haven't been keeping up with any movie releases. Finished the One Piece Netflix show. Really liked it. The live action one. And I think a big part of it is I hadn't seen the anime really before because the people who seem to not like the live action are fans of the anime. So I recommend not watching the anime if you're going to watch the live action because you'll probably like it. And then you can do like I did and go back and watch the anime and go, I guess if I watched this at a younger, more influential part of being into anime, I might have liked it, but it lacks certain aspects of storytelling that it's as you get used to a character one way and then when you see them another way, it's difficult. And so that's what's going on, I think, with them is they're used to how a character's portrayed, and when they're portrayed differently, kind of like when you read Game of Thrones and watch Game of Thrones. That's not how I imagine that character looking. They had more clothing on.
Yeah. No, I just Yeah, we Lauren watched a bunch of the One Piece live action and really liked it, so we're gonna kind of watch it together here as a family pretty soon, especially since Nova and I finished up Samurai Champloo tonight. And I'd forgotten certain aspects of the ending, such as Mugen and Jean both live. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. It's like they should have died in the story, plus because of the idiom that their story is in. It's a samurai story.
Right?
What are the samurai doing surviving in a samurai story? What is this? Is this modern? But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. Watching some One Piece. I've never seen the anime either. Because like when people are like, you should watch the anime. And there's like a million episodes. I'm like, no, no, I shouldn't.
It's a lot. It's kind of like
So-
somebody saying, watch all of Star Trek.
So the kiddo today zapped pretty good on that one. I gotta give them props for this one because I said I wanted to kind of watch One Piece, and I was thinking about, I was talking about the live action, and so I was like, well, I mean, we were flipping through Crunchyroll, that's what it was, and they were like, well, I guess we, it says the number one's One Piece, we could watch that, and I'm like, well, I've always kind of wanted to watch One Piece, and they said, I thought you wanted to go to college, and I was like, that's a zinger. Good job. I was like, that was good. That was a good one. Not going to knock that one. That one was
pace
solid.
yourself. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Yeah. The plus side, the anime is only 20 minutes long per episode. On the negative side, there's 187 episodes.
Yep.
187 episodes. Walk into a bar.
Bartender says.
Yep. But yeah, it's Yes, different. They're totally different watching criteria these days as opposed to way back in the previous days.
Yeah.
187 times 20 equals divided by 60. So 62 and a half hours of your life to watch every episode. That's probably still less episodes than all Star Trek episodes of everything.
Oh yeah.
How many?
187 episodes.
Yeah.
Totally.
It's way less than all of Star Trek. All of Star Trek's already pushing 900 at this point.
Yeah, Outer Limits did a remake in the 95. I think I've seen some of those. Back in 95. Trying to remember.
Yeah, I never caught that show.
Oh no, it was 95 to 2002. That wasn't a remake. It was just it's what it was. No, it was a remake because in 62. That's right. The original Outer Limits was 1962 to 65.
Cool.
Yeah, Kevin Conway was in it. Voice of Batman.
Batman.
Leonard Nimoy was in an episode. Speaking of
both of those people have left us,
Well, they never got here to my place. So
that's true. There's sort of that.
Let's see. It is spooky season.
It is. We're rolling into spooky season.
Any designs on what you're going to do for Halloween or around Halloween?
I'll be working Mile High Con, and that's the weekend before Halloween this year. Usually it's the second to last weekend of October. A couple of my crew and I are already planning on going out dancing that Sunday night and do regular Dead Dog, and then we'll get spruced and head on out.
Yep, it's Halloween's on the 31st.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Every year.
In town, there's She Wants Revenge is going to be playing a show on Halloween night, and I have tickets to that too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Check on my calendar here. Yeah, my kids want to do a Halloween party because they've all agreed that they aren't really into trick-or-treating anymore.
Fair.
And I'm like, works for me. I was going to look it up. They want to watch the Five Nights at Freddy's movie and make fun of it because they know it's going to suck. That's what they tell me. So
Classic.
I want to see the knockoff movie that came out before the movie Five Nights at Freddy with Nicolas Cage. I think it's called like Wonderland or something like that. But it's clearly was inspired by Five Nights at Freddy because it's a pizza parlor with animatronics trying to kill him.
Yeah, see, I'm not going to watch that if that's okay with you.
There may be jump scares.
Yeah. Speaking of Nick Cage and spooky season, I haven't gotten around to watching not Van Helsing, Renfield yet.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that yet either.
I hear it's good.
Yeah, I heard it was highly gory, but that doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I heard it was that, but also it's supposed to. It also had a heart. It was like a sweet movie, is what I heard.
Fun.
Yeah.
I was just double checking the release date for Five Nights at Freddy's, and it is that weekend before Halloween. So my guess is
Bob,
it
is an entire game centered around jump scares. That's pretty much all you need to know. Like, that's its entire thing. You watch these cameras, and the cameras apparently all turn around right at the moment when things are jumping out from everywhere, and I don't know. It is concentrated molecular and not getting anywhere near it for me.
This is a wonderful website that I've told you about before, Guy. It's called where'sthejump.com.
Oh, yeah.
You look up your movie, and it tells you where all the jump scares are.
Because I'm not the only person out there. It's like this. I know. It's kind of nice.
It gets a 3 out of 5 on the star ratings for jump scares. It says there are a couple of jump scares of varying intensity throughout. Let's see. 12 jump scares, 1 major, 11 minor.
In the movie that you were just talking about?
For the Nicolas Cage one.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think they have the Five Nights at Freddy's yet because it's not out yet. So I don't think they can.
Well, the game is, but yeah.
Count the the game's not the movie.
Just saying.
I think the game can't tell you how many jump scares there are because I think there's one because when the one happens, you're dead and you have to start over again.
Right.
Because from what I've seen my kids play it, you're sitting at a video console watching all these different video screens, but every screen you have turned on uses power, and you only have so much power for the weekend. So you can't run all your screens at once, or you'll run out of power before even one day. Is my interpretation of it. I didn't play it. And you have a button that can shut the doors, but they won't stay shut because of some stupid design. So what you're doing is you're sitting in there and you're trying to watch which hallway they're going to be coming up so you can shut the door to keep them from getting in. And yeah, it's built on the premise of you're going to get jump scared at some point unless you can live through all 5 nights.
Yep. Just sounds like nope. I'm not going to even deal with it.
For me, it was the doors aren't normally designed to stay open by default, and you close it and it opens back up again if you're not actively holding it shut.
Boo. That's obnoxious.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no actual review of the movie because the movie's not out yet. But of course, everybody's like, of course there'll be jump scares. It's Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yep, just seems like a moment. Just saying.
That makes me curious. Where's the jump? I'm going to look up some Star Trek movies on this website because I know there's some jump scares in some of them.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, they don't have any. Yeah, I guess they're nobody's report. People who watch Star Trek apparently don't watch horror movies and report the jump scares.
Comedy. Guy, you could be the first.
That's right.
I'm trying to think of
that last episode that we watched. You said you weren't a fan of it because of the aliens knockoff.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, and Star Trek 2 has one jump scare in it.
Oh yeah, when they open the little door,
the
little locker or whatever it was. I remember that. I've seen that one enough times.
Yep. I know exactly where it is. Exactly.
wonder if I can. I can't. Oh, I can sort by count.
Because now you're curious which has the highest count.
Yes. Ash versus the Evil Dead. This is under TV series. I need to switch back to movies.
Ash
So-
versus Evil Dead. I like that. That was good.
That was a good series.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah, it had a lot of intelligence into what was going on with the logic behind what gets corrupted and such.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really liked how it like started off like very kind of campy,
Mhm.
and then it got really serious.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
All right. I am now on the movie list. And it's not letting me do it. Come on, do it.
Doing your cool.
Great. I broke the whole system.
Yep.
The whole internet's broken.
It's all your fault.
It is.
Nice. Good job.
All right, I'm gonna look for anyone that got a 5 rating. I'll just have to scroll through. I was hoping I could sort it by that. All right, I'm not gonna do this. There's too many movies in the world.
Nice.
Let's try top jump scares. It's thinking.
Thank gang.
Oh, this is going to be the quality of jump scare, not by number. I think, which makes
Oh.
sense because American Werewolf in London didn't have a lot of jump scares in it, but it's got one of the top ones here because it was a really unexpected jump scare. Which to get the best out of a jump scare, it should be unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the anyone who's seen American Werewolf in London, it's the scene where he's in the hospital
Mm-hmm.
talking to the nurse.
Yeah, that movie traumatized me.
Yeah, you saw it as way too young.
Yes, way too young. Way too young.
Yeah. Thanks, Mom.
I know, right?
I mean, I just started showing the kiddo Aliens.
Did he start with Alien?
No,
I'm sorry, did they start with Alien?
no, we started with Aliens.
Okay.
Start with a good one. Actually, Alien's not so bad. I just don't know where all the jump scares are.
That's fine. Just make a bowl of popcorn and leave the room. Come back in 2 hours.
Right.
And you'll be like, all right, now we're going to watch the action version of this.
They really are kind of like two completely different movies.
Yeah. First one's straight up horror. Second one's
Yes.
sci-fi.
Correct. Action.
Oh, I never set the remake. I never saw the remake of Candyman. I wanted to.
Oh, did you ever see the remake of Evil Dead? I never did.
I did. I was not happy with it, but I took my niece to see it, and she liked it.
Oh, all right.
So it's. I think it was for remade for a younger audience than myself. It didn't have the stuff that I love about Evil Dead in it.
Okay.
But it's then they do like yet another remake too in the same series. I didn't see that one. But
Yeah, I thought that they just did a remake of the first one and then the second one.
Evil Dead Rise. Yeah, I did not see Evil Dead Rise. I only saw the Evil Dead remake.
You only saw them fall.
Yep. Evil Dead Rise of the Jedi.
Cool.
I'm not finding any 5.0s on the. There's a 4.5. Drag Me to Hell. Sam Raimi. Yep. 23 jump scares in that one.
I never
That's
saw
what
that one.
That's what I should be doing. I should be looking for the number of jump scares. Evil Dead 2, 27 jump scares. Extraterrestrial, I don't know what that one is. 30 jump scares.
E.T. Why?
Death Becomes Her, 0 jump scares.
Random.
It's I guess technically a horror movie. Oh, the original Creepshow movie was zero jump scares. I kind of remembered there being a jump scare in when the creature comes out of underneath the stairs. If I'm remembering,
Maybe they're just desensitized to jump scares.
am I remembering the correct movie? Is what I'm wondering.
I'm not remembering that from Creepshow at all, but it's been forever since I've seen Creepshow.
Let's see.
It's been since I've seen Creepshow.
I might be confusing it with a different movie, possibly. I don't know. But there was one where this college professor had a horrible relationship with his wife, and he receives a delivery of a crate, and there's some kind of monster in the crate, and he manages to keep it in the crate, but he also sets it up so that way Adrian Brody, but I can't remember her name. She was in Escape from New York. Adrian something. She was the wife. Adriana Barboa. If I click on her, then maybe I can backtrack and find if it was the right movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Creepshow. That was the one. Yeah, there should be at least one jump scare in there by my count.
Wacky.
Full on horror nerd going on with this.
Mm-hmm.
In any case, yeah, I want to know what's the most jump scares out of any movie. Maybe I should just. I'm just gonna take me way too long to search through here. That way I can buy it for Guy for Christmas.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'll be sure to package it with those peanut brittle snakes, so that just opening the movie is a jump scare in itself.
Yeah, just opening it up is just yeah.
Mm-hmm. Instead of a snake, though, it has to be cockroaches to get the maximum effect. Since that's not the movie with the moist jump scares.
Different genre.
Totally different genre. "15 horror movies that are basically all jump scares." Okay.
Cool.
Ghost stories. I don't know if I've seen that one. I feel like I should have. The Exorcist 3. Definitely haven't seen Exorcist 3. Paranormal Activity, The Ghost Dimension. Hellfest.
The Ghost Dimension.
Scream 3. Dead Silence. These yeah. That's all these movies have going for them, I guess, is the jump scares. Oh yeah, The Grudge. I watched that because it had Buffy in it.
Oh,
it was a remake of the Japanese film Ju-on,
Mm-hmm.
which I watched as well. And it's interesting comparing the two because the Japanese film doesn't go for as many jump scares. They go for way more subtle scares, which there's one in there that is so subtle that I didn't see it until my second time that I watched it, and everyone with me didn't see it. And so I had to pause it and rewind it and go, look. And they're like, holy crap. But there's a scene where there's the main characters are walking at the hospital outside, and there's an old man who looks like he's talking to himself. Behind them, very briefly, a door shuts, and in the reflection of the door, you can see the ghost kid that he's talking to.
Oh.
It's so fast that it's really easy to miss.
Nice.
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, big differences there. It, Drag Me to Hell, Insidious. I didn't watch Insidious. In any case, yep, jump scares. Wait, The Host? It's a different host. Okay. There's a Korean movie called The Host about a big kaiju creature. All right. There's all our horror fun.
Woohoo.
The anime Zom 101 is kind of fun. It's a guy who makes a list of 101 things he wants to do before he dies and becomes a zombie.
Okay.
So it's lighthearted little anime. The live action was okay. Anime I like better, just because it's the craziness in it is better suited for anime.
Cool.
But yeah, Halloween stuff. We should play Project Zomboid.
We should.
Maybe on October 30th for our show. We'd have to get Guy a copy of it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, for October 30th, Monday, I'm probably going to be really tired.
Oh, right. That's right.
I'll be working con from Friday through Sunday, taking over to go dancing, and then helping pack out and take stuff to storage on, etc.
Well, maybe that would be a good day for me just to play some kind of horror game for the show, so you wouldn't have to be there since you're going to be super tired.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Guy and I can play Five Nights at Freddy's.
Cool.
He'll be like that the entire time. Sweet. Well, we're rolling up on Guy's art time.
Art.
Or I could dig out the video that we did with Chelsea and her friend. Shame on me for forgetting names.
Mm-hmm.
But when Guy, Chelsea, and I went ghost hunting down the most haunted road in Colorado, and that, spoiler alert, there aren't any ghosts.
Oh.
But the fun part was
like Blair Witched.
No, I did consider briefly when we were planning this hiring Courtney, my niece, to dress up in like ghostly clothing and pop out of the bushes at some point on the drive, because I know that Emily, that's her name. Chelsea and Emily are both believers in the paranormal stuff, because she really did not like it when I kept bringing up the term skinwalker and that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, if you say it too many times, they show up. I'm like, it hasn't happened yet. Phasmophobia.
Rules.
Yeah, Beetlejuice rules. Well, look that one up. Phasmophobia. Survival game. I think I've seen some video of this because my kids love watching game videos instead of playing the games. They like watching the videos as much as they do playing the games,
which is weird.
It is weird to me, but I guess it's kind of like sports. A lot of people like watching sports more than they do playing it. Maybe that's same triggering parts of the brain or something.
Yeah, but I don't think I'd want to watch people. I mean, like, especially games that I play. Like, I don't know if I'd want to watch people play Sims. Like, that just seems horribly boring.
But what about the guy that made the road in cities skylines that the driver had to drive for like years to get from point A to point B or something like that?
Right.
But,
there's an add-on to City Skylines that I love, which allows you to click a car on the road and then click the little camera.
Yeah.
And you just follow the car around from the point of view of the car.
That's what he did. And then he had to, of course, time lapse it because of how long it took for it to get where it was going.
Yeah. But it's particularly humorous to do some of that stuff and watch the traffic violations.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
I've yet to find a video game that accurately enforces traffic laws.
Yeah, right.
You would think it would be in Grand Theft Auto, but it's not. You can run a red light right in front of a cop. They don't care.
Phasmophobia. I'm not even getting near that. That just already sounds bad.
I mean, I'm looking at it on my screen, and that's already too close for you.
Right? We're within range here.
The player character has limits. You can't move fast. You can only carry 3 items or so, even after working out where a ghost might be. You have to go back into the location multiple times with different equipment. Each type of ghost will eventually provide 3 types of evidence. So, yeah, this sounds like a pain in the butt. To me, I wouldn't like it because it's a pain. You wouldn't like it because it's jump scary.
Yeah, I was going to say, it sounds like you're required to get jump scared. In order to play this game, Except you will be jump scared.
In Zomboid, there's a trait you can take called Adrenaline Junkie, and anytime you start to freak, your character starts getting panicked, you actually move faster and get stronger.
All right.
So I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
It reminds me a lot of GURPS with its disadvantages and advantages. All right, man, you got art to do.
I got art to do.
So,
Sanderman, am I seeing you in the morning?
Sure.
Same
Sounds
bat
good.
time, same bat channel.
you guys
Yeah.
could brainstorm topics for next Monday.
Cool.
We could have a whole week to do like a little homework if we wanted to.
What?
Yeah.
Homework. You guys are weird.
I know. It is spooky time, so I have
Time
to
for
be
you to
weird.
be spooky.
Time for me to be spooky by recommending brainstorming and homework. All right, then. Let me get this fired up, and I can fire off the bye-bye button here.
Get out of here.
Are you firing your what? I'm not going to even go there.
Gravy.
Right. That's pretty much all the gravy we have for today.
Mhm.
I've been Guy,
I've been Troy.
And I've been Alex.
and this is Geek Tank.
There it is.